welcome back again to Canada Lifestyle. It's a happy new year to every one of my subscribers, and those of you watching me now and you have not subscribed, happy new year to you also. If you're still thinking if you can subscribe to this channel or not, I want to tell you that you are in the right place. Kindly subscribe, share and like my videos. I really appreciate you so very much. Thank you in advance for subscribing. Yeah, today I'll be talking about a wonderful topic. Is a topic concerning is about my experience here in Canada. Like I promised, I'll be sharing my experience so that you can learn one or two things from my experience here in Manitoba. Yeah, it's about getting a daycare or a childcare center for your child in Manitoba. Now, I want to give you like a background story about me as related to this topic. You know, when I was coming to Manitoba, I had my dreams, I had my visions. Like, okay, I was pregnant then, 6 months pregnant. So I was like, when I give birth to my babies, I was going to, like, after 6 months, after looking after the kids for like 6 months, I was going to get a daycare where I'm going to keep the kids, then go back to work or go back to school. That was my plan. But when I got to, when I got to Manitoba, I discovered that the ball game was totally different from what it used to be back home, where you spend like 3 months maternity leave, then you go back to work, you get a place to put your child, you get someone to look after your child and all that. But here in Manitoba, I discovered that getting daycare for kids within that age range, 0 to 2, is kind of very difficult. Maybe because the kids are still young, it's kind of very stressful and difficult to get. And I discovered that maybe because also the ratio of kids to staff is kind of like 2 young children of that age range, 0 to 2 years, to one staff. Maybe that's why. And you know, a lot of people have children within that range as well, and they are competing for the same daycare that you want to enroll your child in. So how are we now going to balance up this? So what happened was that I gave birth to my babies. You know, let me just put the story aside, and then I will continue the story later as it follows with the information. So in Manitoba, we have different types of daycare that you can enroll your child in. We have the non-profit daycare or child center. Then we have the for-profit daycare. We have the home-based daycare, and we have the unlicensed daycare. You know, as the name is also the same way the explanation goes. So for the unlicensed ones, they have the limit of 4 children under their care. But if they want to extend, like if they want to have more children under their care, including their own children as well, they will have to go and get a license, because they can't have more than 4 children under their care. But the beauty of it is that all the types of daycare are being regulated by the government of Manitoba. Based on their rules, they have a lot of guidelines they follow. So all these daycare are regulated by them, so no cause for alarm. But I will advise you take your child to a licensed daycare so that if there are any issues, you'll be able to take it up with them. Because from my experience, I've not seen any issue, right? But I heard some people, maybe in other states, in other provinces, online, I used to see them. I used to see a lot of some issues. So in case you have issues, you'll be able to take it up. So I will encourage you to take your child to a licensed daycare. So all these daycare, you can decide to take your child to any of them. But before you take them into any of the daycare, you have to go through the Manitoba Child Care Search. It's a portal, government portal online. It was formerly online registry. That was what they used to call it then, but now is Manitoba Child Care Search. So you have to enroll, you have to put the details of your child, the details of your family, everything. You have to put it in. What I did when I came in with pregnancy, and I discovered that from the story and the news I heard from people, that it's a bit difficult to get daycare for your child, that you have to go through the online register and all that. So what I did, even in my pregnancy, was that I enrolled my babies. I had twins then, like I used to say in my video. I enrolled them in the portal. Even I know their names, but I wasn't sure of the date of birth. So I wrote a particular date in advance because I know I'll be able to edit that date later on. So I wrote their names, wrote their date of birth, every other information, I keyed it in. So when I gave back to the babies, I edited them. I edited the information and it was up to date, hoping and thinking that, okay, they might call me one day or the other. But I did not stop there. When I entered the details of these children on the online portal, I did not stop there. I had to keep calling when the time came for them to, when I was ready to enroll my kids in daycare. That was like 2 years after. Then, because they even have a younger sister, by now they have a younger sister, so I have 3 kids now. So after they were 2 years, my twins, when they were 2 years, I started calling all this daycare. So the online portal, like I was saying earlier, is a platform where you get in touch with the daycare in your catchment area. The catchment area means like your environment. You will be able to see the daycare you want in your area from the online portal. You'll be able to know if they have license or not. You'll be able to know if they have space available, if they have enough spots for your child at that particular time you are in need of the daycare for your child. So it's kind of like bring you closer to all these daycare. You'll be able to know if they have license or not and all that from the portal. So when you do that, I will encourage you to do the same thing that I did, especially those of us that are coming in with pregnancy, or those people that have children under that age 0 to 2. Anything from age 2 to like 5 or 6, they have more spots, they have more space, because by now the ratio is increasing. Ratio of children to a particular staff is increasing. So you'll be able to get your child in. You'll be able to get more spots, not like the younger one now. So I will encourage you, like I did, that you should not just enter the details of your kid, of your child in the portal and just wait for them to call you. Nobody is going to call you except to keep pestering them. You call. I remember then I'll call almost every day of the week. That even the director of the school, she doesn't know my name, but she knows my phone number. So immediately she saw that there was a spot available. There are spots for my babies available. She called me, and immediately I took the opportunity because I wanted to really enroll them. Despite the fact that I couldn't get a daycare spot for the younger one then, but I got for the twins. So I had to just start with that because it's not easy getting 3 kids at the same time. Even one is difficult, but I got the 2, so I quickly put in for that. So they called me and they told me, okay, this part we booked an appointment because most things there is by appointment. So they called me and we booked an appointment for like interview for the kids. You know, it's very funny, like taking younger children that they can barely speak, taking them for interview, like maybe it's an assessment, I should call it now. But they booked an appointment for them that they should come over for the interview. So we went that particular day, and they checked them, they assessed them, and they gave us list of the things to bring, diaper and everything that the children will need. In the daycare, and also the list of the daycare rules and regulation. It's actually a peanut-free daycare, so they will let you know the do's and don'ts concerning the food to bring for your child. They don't accept peanuts in my child's daycare, so we're told that, and that was it. Then some daycare will accept what I call like a down payment. That down payment is like you put it down. It's different from the daycare cost, but it's like an advance payment bounded with an agreement that, okay, if you are going to withdraw your child, you will let us know within 1 month. You give them like a 1 month notice ahead if you are going to withdraw your child. So that's how it has been. So you have to let them know. If you tell them within that 1 month ahead that you want to withdraw your child, they will refund your money back to you. But if you tell them, like maybe you tell them later, they might not return. They will not refund the money. Let me just put it that way. They won't refund the money. But if you're able to tell them a month ahead, then they will return that down payment. It's different from the cost of daycare. You know, cost of daycare also differs as well. But in my child's daycare, per day for kids between the ages of 0 to 2 is $20, is $30 per day. So like $600 per month for kids between the ages of 0 to 2. Then for kids from 2 to like 6 years is $20.80 per day. So it falls between 400 plus per month. So that's how it has been. So like I was saying, so you have to call them, pester them, so that you can get, but you can even be calling them and they will remember that the following month I got a call from the another daycare, which is different from the daycare for the twins, because but it's the same, in the same area. It's in the same area, but I had to just take it because for now that I don't have any choice. I just to take the spot. So they called me. We went through the same process, interview, down payments, they assessed that and everything, and we resumed the following months. And you know the funniest thing, the enrollment of the twins and their sister, it was around winter, and these children, they've not been outside the home in a cold weather like that. Oh my goodness. I could remember the first day I took the twins to their daycare. When I got back home, I started crying because I felt like, am I doing the right thing? I felt so down. But later I was able to encourage myself that it's all for the best. I have to, it's a phase in my life. I have to just continue. So what I did was I allowed them to spend some few hours, then I quickly went to pick them. But as time goes on, they got used to it. And even the funniest thing, those kids, the cold, the moment you kit them up, they wear their clothes, they are fully kitted, they don't really feel the cold. They play outside, they even hit the snow. I always wondered, how do they cope? Because me as an older person, it's always difficult for me. I always run into the car and run into the house. That's how I do most times. But they like to play. They will even sleep in the snow, forming snowman, snow woman. Like, what's all this? Let's go now. They will just be dragging in the snow. But that's how they've been doing, and they are coping, and I thank God for that. So I had to leave everything to God. I know even till date, they are always looking forward to go to daycare. They are always happy. The staffs, they are very nice people. I've not seen any mark on my kids. The funniest thing though, even in my kids' daycare, if they see any mark, maybe like any scratch, you have to sign the document that this is what happened. The moment they see any mark on the child, because the first time I was like, what are these people trying to do? Are they trying to what? It's so funny that am I maltreating my own kid or what? That they want me to sign. So I'll be telling my kids at home, don't do any rough play, because me, I can't sign anything though. I can't sign. But you know, you can't stop these kids. Sometimes they will always have scratches. Some will even scratch their bodies with nails, with their own nails. So I'm getting used to that, signing and signing. So I was able to, so back to our story, I was able to enroll them into the daycare, the 3 of them. But the good news now is that I have all of them in the same daycare. They are no longer in a separate daycare, because I didn't stop there. I had to be calling the twins daycare too, that I want a spot for my 1-year-old, and that was how I was able to get her. Immediately they got a spot for a 1-year-old now. They just called me, okay, the twin sister, they are coming, so she's coming. That was how I enrolled my younger one as well. And the 3 of them, they are in the same daycare. They see themselves during the break time, they play, and they are happy. They're happy kids. So I will encourage you to be persistent. Don't just fill the forms online and sit down hoping that they are going to call you. They are not going to call you. You will be the one to pester them. you'll be the one to let them know how eager you are to get that particular daycare spot. So another thing I'm going to talk about is the issue of subsidy. You know, I was telling you the daycare costs for my kids the other time. You know, it's not everybody that might be able to afford it, especially when you are a new immigrant to Manitoba and you're trying to settle down. You have a lot of bills to pay, house rent, and everything is just overwhelming. The government of Manitoba has actually helped to provide what I call subsidy, to subsidize the daycare rates. It's such a beautiful, you can even get up to like 90% or more based on your family situation. Subsidy is based on your family situation, it's based on your income, it's based on sorry, it's based on your family, your like the number of children in daycare. It's based on the work you do, what you are doing. Like everybody in the family has to get busy. The husband has to go to work, the wife go to work or school. Everybody has to get busy. Everybody in the home, like all the kids, they have to be in the daycare. It's not that you put one in the daycare and the other one is at home with you. They will not give you subsidy. So everybody in the house has to get busy, going to work, going to school, going to daycare. You have to get busy for you to get the daycare subsidy. So it's the same portal, online portal for Manitoba Child Search. You'll be able to get the subsidy estimator, or like the calculator, to estimate how much you'll be able to get for the like the subsidy that government will be able to subsidize for you, because it's based on personal information. So you have to enter your information in the portal, and you'll be able to calculate an estimate of the subsidy you'll be able to get from the government. Is that not a beautiful thing? Manitoba government, they are really trying, so they should keep up the good work, and we are enjoying it. Thank you so much. I'm not trying to do an advert here, but I'm a benefactor. Sorry, is it benefactor? I'm going to call it now. I got things from them, so it's actually a benefit for me. So why not? I should promote and encourage them to do well, so that the other people that are coming as well, they will see what I'm saying when they get here. So the subsidy, when you apply, just make sure you apply as early as possible, because sometimes it takes like 6 to 8 weeks. It's not even sometimes, now 6 to 8 weeks. That's the turnaround time for you to get your subsidy. So most times your children are already in the daycare and you have to pay with your money. Don't worry, don't bother. They are going to refund your money back to you when they are done with their assessments based on your family condition. They will refund back the money to you. So just relax, enroll your kid with your money, then they will pay it back to you. Just make sure you fill the forms properly, submit on time, then within 6 to 8 weeks they will get back to you. So if you have any questions about subsidy, about how to get a daycare or anything, just let me know. I would really appreciate if you can comment on this video. I miss you, as I want to have a kind of connection with you, my viewers watching me. Don't just keep silent, don't just watch, okay? Thank you so much, especially those people that are not subscribed and you are watching me now. Please subscribe, write a comment, and let us rapport, let us talk. Thank you so much for doing that. Have a wonderful time. I appreciate you. Have a good week. Bye.